In December of 2002, Laci Peterson, a vibrant 27-year-old who was 8 months pregnant, vanished from her Modesto, California home. It was Christmas Eve, and her disappearance shocked the community and gripped the nation. Her husband, Scott Peterson, claimed he had gone fishing that morning, but soon inconsistencies in his story began to emerge. Scott wasn't just a grieving husband, he was hiding a dark secret. Investigators uncovered that Scott was having an affair with Amber Frey, a massage therapist who had no idea Scott was married, let alone expecting a child. As the affair became public, Scott's behavior grew increasingly suspicious. Then, in April 2003, the remains of Laci and her unborn son Connor were discovered washed ashore in San Francisco Bay, near the spot where Scott had claimed to be fishing. The evidence against Scott was overwhelming. Scott had purchased a boat that he kept hidden from those around him in a warehouse. Inside that warehouse, investigators found concrete anchors Scott had made, which they believed were used to weigh down Laci's body. Investigators also discovered that Scott had purchased some fishing equipment just before he took the boat out on the water. These items included bait, tackle, and other suspicious gear, as they were items that even a casual fisherman would know not to use in the area, as they weren't the typical items one would use to catch the certain fish that inhabited the waters during that time. As suspicion and doubt grew around his story and the nonchalant attitude toward the entire investigation, Scott was arrested, and in a highly publicized trial he was convicted of first-degree murder for Laci and second-degree murder for Connor. The trial featured testimonies from over 180 witnesses and more than 400 pieces of evidence. Ultimately, Scott Peterson was sentenced to death by the court, but the case has remained controversial. Scott's defense team argued that much of the evidence was circumstantial and that the media had influenced public opinion. While some believe that Scott's conviction was merely based on circumstantial and coincidental evidence, others are more than convinced of his guilt in this heartless crime. The jury deliberated for 7 days before reaching a verdict and eventually sentencing the once-beloved neighbor, husband, and soon-to-be father to death. True crime enthusiasts continue to dissect the case, searching for any overlooked details. Podcasts and documentaries have kept the case in the public eye, often revealing new theories and insights. The trial remains a focal point in discussions about justice and media influence. The intense media coverage has been criticized for potentially swaying the jury and public opinion. As we reflect on this tragic case, we are reminded of the complexities of human nature and the quest for truth. The search for justice for Laci and Connor continues to resonate with many, highlighting the enduring impact of this heartbreaking mystery. If you're interested in mysterious cases, unsolved crimes, and additional stories like this one, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow to Unsolved Files 101 to discover and stay up to date on cold cases, unsolved mysteries, and more. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay vigilant, and remember, some mysteries are never truly solved.